Hello and welcome back. How many people think they have too many cops per capita, per population in your town? I have said this to even our council here in Wabash, Indiana, that we have too many people, too many cops per capita, according to all the towns around us. Uh, Comparison, we have way too many cops. I think there's 24 city cops. I believe there's 24 city cops per capita here in Wabash. And I think as a city of Wabash, we should have one cop per 1,200 to 1,000 people, maybe even more than that. I mean, you really think about this. When you need, when you think you need an officer and you call 911, it's usually after the fact of the crime. I've never hardly ever seen them stop crime. That like they used to. They used to patrol the cities and streets and look for people that are actually up to no good. Not that you should go harass these people, but being the presence of you patrolling is usually enough. But basically, when you call 911, they come and they make a report, and that's basically about it. They investigate a little bit, and they're not very good investigators either. They're not trained well. You're paying millions of dollars in your city, and the bigger cities are paying billions. But I think we're paying right around 2 to 4 million. I'm not really sure. I have to look it up. But that's a huge amount of money for that kind of service. And especially the chief of police in this town makes over $221,000 a year. And I believe an officer makes right around $54,000. So, there's some huge problems there. Why would a chief of police make $221,000 without overtime? I'm sure. I'm not sure how that all works, but that's a huge amount of money. I don't think he should be paid no more than $100,000 a year for his service. If he put in years of service and now he's the chief of police, $100,000 is a lot of money. So I don't know how he's making $221,000, but this video is going to show you a councilman and a cop having issues with each other, and I can actually see both sides. Even though the councilman has an arrogancy to him, he's actually saying correct things. And then the officer, here's the thing: if it was me arguing with this officer to the effect of this councilman, I'd be probably in cuffs and in jail, because that's how undertrained the officers are. They're supposed to react to crime. They're law enforcement, but a lot of times they get butthurt. And this councilman, he just can't let it go, which I agree with. There shouldn't be all these officers coming to, like, say, a traffic accident or what have you. I mean, come on. They're so afraid that they have to do these tactics, and they're pretty much like military tactics. I mean, I even told our councilman that they're doing military tactics on us, because if you would call 911, they have officers going in every direction to that call, and that's military training. I mean, they don't just react to the call. They're doing things before that, beyond that, and then by the time they all get there, there's like 4, 5, 6 cars, and they all came from different directions because they're going to be, on the scene. But what a waste of money for something like that. I mean, come on. I know last time I was in a council meeting, one of the council people says, "Well, I want 10 more officers," and I'm thinking, you can't afford it. There's no way. So if you got council people like that, they're not even thinking logically. So here we go.
Listen, I promise you, I will do everything in my power as a city council member to make sure these guys are defunded. There will be 5 police officers in this town because this is unbelievable that this guy needs a backup officer to make sure I don't hurt him.
On August 3rd, 2025, Smithfield, Utah police arrived at the home of City Councilman Ted Stokes to investigate a car crash that Stokes' son had been involved in. His son had hit a parked car in the neighborhood right down the street from his house. The owner of the parked car wasn't home, so the boy's mother took him home to clean up his bloody nose while his father waited at the scene. When the owner arrived home, the father, Ted, spoke with the owner, gave him insurance information, and called his insurance to report the accident. Later, 2 Smithfield police officers arrived at Ted's house.
Which car was it? Well, no, you tell me what's up. You guys are at my house.
Okay, I just told you I'm here to investigate an accident. I understand your son's been in an accident.
What's going on?
And that he was made. I'm doing that right now.
Please, that's what you're supposed to do when you respond as an officer. Just tell people why you're here.
So he's asking you which car
Why are
was
you
that was involved.
Why are you here?
He's asking you which car is
Yeah,
involved.
I want to know why there's 2 officers responding to such a simple thing.
Because there can be.
We pay a lot of money for you guys in the city.
Okay.
And I decide whether the budget's good or not. And so I think you should go patrol Main Street, do your job, and I'll talk to him and I'll deal with this.
Okay.
Go patrol Main Street. I'm not
I'll
dangerous.
talk to him.
Look, guys, we pay
no,
so much
listen,
money for
man.
this.
Okay.
Hey, look, I
Why don't you
decide.
just hang out for a second?
Go patrol Main Street.
We'll
Make
see.
yourself useful. Come on, guys. Go patrol Main Street. Make yourself useful. Let's not waste taxpayer dollars.
So, tell me what's going on.
Come down here. I've got a family event going on.
Okay, that's fair. I'm willing to do
I
that.
want to know why you're even here.
Because I'm obligated
No,
to
tell-
invest.
tell me
There's
why
a
you're
car that's wrecked down there.
Uh-huh.
And you have already talked to the guy and said that your son had run into his car.
Yeah, and I gave him my insurance, and I gave him everything, and we already called and made an insurance report. State Farm's handling everything.
Okay, and it's also over $1,500. So I need
Yeah,
to.
it's going to be
investigate it.
his car's totaled. Yeah. So he called you. That's what you. Yeah, that's all you need to say. Hey.
Yes, he called me.
Yeah. See, this is the problem, and I'm having your guys' lack of training blows my mind.
Okay.
It blows my mind. Hey, Ted, I'm here. There was an accident. The person whose
Will
car
you please
owned.
not step up on
No,
me?
no, I'm telling.
I'm asking
no,
you
no, no,
not
no,
to.
no, no. I'm telling you how you're supposed to do your job because you obviously don't know. Look, listen. Hey, Ted, the person that your son hit earlier has asked that I make a police report. I'm here to do that. Instead, you show up like you're an FBI agent doing some big secret thing. Like, who trained you? I want to know who trained
Okay.
you.
Can I get your son's name?
How old are you?
Can I get your son's name?
How old are you?
Okay.
How long have you been?
Are
how long
you
how long have you been?
going
how long have you been
to
in-
impede an
how long-
investigation?
No, are you going? Are you? Do you have a warrant to be here?
I'm on public property right now.
I'll cooperate with you, but you
I'm trying to.
No. You guys have got to learn how to do your job right. We are botching so many things in the city because of you guys, and you know that. You're aware of everything, and I'm aware of everything.
Can
and
I
you know
get your
that.
son's name?
You can step onto my property, and I will talk to you if you will be reasonable. Let's start the conversation over,
Let's do it.
please.
Okay.
Hi, my name's
Hello?
Ted Stokes.
I am here because there was a complaint about your vehicle or your son hitting another vehicle, and the vehicle looks like it's totaled.
And the person who made the complaint was the person who owned the car.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We already talked to him. I'm happy to help you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we need your.
2 responding officers.
Yes.
For a non-moving vehicle incident.
Yes. And what's your son's date? His driver's license?
Yeah, sure.
Do we need?
Will you go get it, Court? I don't have it.
Does he need to come out here?
No. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Can you tell me which vehicle it was?
Yeah, it was that Hyundai Sonata right there.
Okay. So I do have his, or I guess it's your insurance information.
Yes.
Does the car belong to you?
Yes.
Okay.
I stayed there for half an hour. I waited for them to get home.
Okay.
When they
I
gave them their
haven't
information.
said
I don't have a
that
problem
that's
with you being here. I
inappropriate.
have a problem with the approach. 2 responding officers
Yes.
to this. And we're probably have another exit on Main Street right now.
So it's this one right here.
Send those home. Like, I'm gonna defund you guys, like, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that you guys are wasting. I can't believe you have him sitting there wasting tax dollars. Give me one good reason why he's there. Wasting tax dollars. I love that you want me to answer your questions, but you won't answer mine. He doesn't dispute it. He just dispute fault. Like, it's his fault.
So is your son okay?
Yeah, brother, you never broke his nose. Hey, Justin, Ted Stokes. Hey, I've got 2 police officers in my house. This is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. Tucker hit a non-moving car on a road. We gave the insurance.
Bravo
we
12.
gave the insurance
Can I get
to
that
the guy.
1027 by number?
Everything was good. I think he called to make a report just to make it fine. 2 officers show up at my house, walk up to my front door.
247
like,
118
investigation.
417.
Don't tell me anything other than we're here to do an investigation. And the other officer's still sitting here as backup. Like, this is, Justin, I'm sorry, but
Sorry, 1090.
this can't happen, man. Like, this other officer needs to leave and stop making this. Needs to go.
Yes, correct.
I'm trying to give a report to this. Like, he wouldn't even tell me. It wasn't like, hey, Ted, we're here. It's Officer Hansen. I'm blown away by this. Justin, I promise you, I will do everything in my power as a city council member to make sure these guys are defunded. There will be 5 police officers in this town because this is unbelievable that this guy needs a backup officer to make sure I don't hurt him at my house for my son hitting a car non-moving. I waited a half an hour at the guy's house to give him his insurance policy. I'm fine with him making a police report. I'm blown away by the fact that right in the middle of my Sunday dinner, my daughter's birthday party, there's 5 other cars here for guests. I've got 40 people at my house for a birthday party.
So
and I've got 2 officers at my house. And this guy's
Can I talk to your son?
Who's the other officer?
Macomb.
I've got Hanson and Macomb. This is unbelievable. Like, get on Main Street, that other officer, and go patrol. Instead, they're making sure City Councilman Stokes doesn't do something. Like, I don't know if this is retaliatory or what, because I didn't vote. Like, it better not be. I'm telling you, Justin. Like, this is over. Like, this is the last straw. I've got two officers out in front of my house with 40 people in my house celebrating a birthday party, and he couldn't even tell me why he was here other than he was to investigate a car accident that he acted like we had done a hit and run for. Like, that's how he approached me. He didn't say, hey, Ted, guess what? Like, some guy wants to make a report. We're here to do it. We understand you gave him your insurance information. Thanks for doing that, but we're obligated to make a report. I'm fine with that. You should have seen this guy approach. I said, I'll send you the ring footage. You will be blown away by this. I don't know what to say, Justin, but this is the last straw. I know I've expressed my complaints, but this is it. This is the last straw. They're both here because he's afraid I'm going to jump him. I approached him to talk to me. He says, you need to back up off of me. Back up off of me. I'm like, what are you talking? I'm standing here talking to you with a Sharpie in my hand. You think I'm going to hurt you? These guys are so untrained, Justin. It blows my mind. I am done. Like, I don't know if there's a way to amend the budget now, but I want to amend it, and I'm going to call the other council members tonight. I'm going to tell them exactly what happened, and we are amending it. Like, we are going to 5 officers. This is it. We need 2 officers on duty in the morning. We need 2 officers on duty in the afternoon. We need 1 officer on duty at night. This is the most unbelievable thing I have ever seen. Tell me when you can talk in the morning. Go enjoy your Sabbath. I need to talk to you first thing in the morning. This is unbelievable. All right, well, let's talk about it in the morning. I'm sorry, Justin. Like, I know, like, Justin, this is culminating. Like, I've got other stories I can tell you last week. An officer pulled someone over, in front of just in front of the intersection of Spring Creek Fitness, or what's it called, Summit Creek Fitness. The guy pulled over like right past the intersection. The guy was an idiot, right? He pulled over like 5 feet past the intersection. So our officer parked right in the middle of the intersection. And no one could make a left-hand turn or a right-hand turn or go straight through a Main Street intersection for like 30 minutes while this guy did his stop. What would you have done, Justin, if you were the officer in that situation? Tell me what you would have done. You would have got out of the car, you would have gone up and said, hey, can you pull 20 feet forward so I can pull in behind you? But no, the officer parked smack dab in the middle of the intersection and sat there and did his 20-minute stop. And I have pictures of it. I have videos like, Justin, we cannot fund this because it's not worth our money. These guys have no idea what they're doing. Okay. Oh, I'll take a picture. You can see both their trucks pulled up right here to handle this issue. I'm done. Like, this is the last straw. It is the last straw. I am done with these guys. I'm embarrassed. I'm flat out embarrassed. I get a ticket 3 weeks ago for rolling through a stop sign at 7 a.m. And the officer says, sorry, I had to do it. Turns out, I find out, him and the chief are giving each other high fives the next Monday. Justin, I've got 3 officers in the force who tell me everything. I know everything that's going on. Like, I am done with this. Like, it's done. Well, I want to. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. There's changes have to happen, or there's going to be problems. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, so does your son need medical attention?
No, I think he was bleeding his nose pretty bad. We handled it, but we're competent parents. If he needed medical attention, we would take
But
it.
you think he might have broken?
I don't know. We're gonna go check it out tomorrow and see. Like, we would handle that, right? Tell me why you think I couldn't handle my son's medical attention.
I think you can.
Isn't that my?
You have a right.
Isn't that my? It's not a right. It's my legal obligation.
But it's your right to be able to.
It's my right
choose
and my
whether you
legal
see.
obligation. So yeah.
Okay. Can I talk to him?
What do you need to talk to him for?
Just to find out.
I can tell you everything that happened. He had city youth. He had stake youth council. He's on a youth council for the church.
Okay.
He pulled out of the stake center. They gave them muffins, chocolate muffins. You can see him on the front seat. They spilled. He set the muffin on the seat, and he was going to eat it when he got home because he's fasting, and we were going to eat dinner at 5. And he set it down, and the muffin fell down onto the carpet. You can see where the frosting got on the carpet. He bent down to pick it up, which he shouldn't have done, and he set it back up on the seat. When he looked up, he kind of veered off. He did this guy.
Yeah. I have a sister that years and years ago did almost the exact same thing. Bend over, grab the steering wheel, went across the road. Luckily, he went this way instead of into
I'm
oncoming
super
traffic.
grateful. Though no one was in the car, he's okay. He has a bloody nose. We'll look at it tomorrow and make sure it's not broken.
Okay. Do you know if he was wearing a seatbelt?
He was.
Do you know how fast he was going?
I don't think. I asked him. He said, "Dad, I pulled out of the thing, and I had let off the gas because I'm going downhill anyways." He turns left at that intersection. The car got pushed about 15 feet, 10 to 15 feet. He turns left right there, so he wouldn't be going too fast because he knows he's turning left right there. He should have turned left, but he bent over to get the muffin and
Gotcha.
hit it.
Okay. At this point, I just need to fill out the witness statement, or not the witness statement, but the accident exchange form. I mean, that way both of you have the exact same information.
Sure.
So that you can contact your insurance company.
I already did.
He can
already did the
contact
report. I
his.
gave him our insurance. I hope he did too. I don't have a problem with you making a report. It's 2 officers and it's the approach. Blows my mind, man.
Okay.
Can we just?
I don't feel like I.
Yeah, no, you
did
need to. You
anything.
need to. You need to handle that better. You need to say, hey, I heard your son was in an accident. Someone asked me to come make a report, and I would say, oh, was it the guy who got hit? Instead, you come up to me like you're doing an FBI
Okay.
and get the
I'm
investigation.
not getting into that.
No,
'cause I tried
Officer
to be
Henson,
friendly.
you need to.
I tried to be
You gotta
friendly
be
the
better.
entire time.
No.
Tried to be friendly with you the entire time.
Why are
I
there
tried
2
to
officers
strike
here?
up a conversation.
Why are there 2 officers here?
Because there's a vehicle.
Justin's blown away.
There is a vehicle that.
No.
didn't
Yeah.
say.
And that's what you said
But
too.
I'm not saying.
I forgot. You said, hey, there's a vehicle that's been totaled on a roadside, as if we hit and run it. That's how you approached me.
Until I get here, I don't know the full circumstance. I don't.
The person who called
Okay.
didn't say
I'm
that
going
we
to start
saved.
working
No.
on paperwork so that I don't
finish.
waste more time.
Let's finish
So,
this.
no.
Hey, Officer Hanson, let's
Okay.
finish this conversation. Hey,
Okay.
let's finish this.
I'm
No,
gonna-
you said you didn't
I'm
know.
gonna do paperwork.
Hey, stop.
I'm
Listen to me.
gonna do the
If you're
paperwork.
walking away from a conversation that you're up to, you know you. Look, hey,
Okay.
you said, I didn't know the whole situation. What report did you receive?
What do you mean?
What were the words that the dispatch person told you?
And it's all on written records.
So no, you tell me.
It's all on, I'm going to do.
Why
my
won't you just
paperwork.
tell me? This is what I hate about you guys. The lack
Okay.
of transparency.
Okay.
Lack of transparency. All the bull crap. Like, it's done. Like, I'm sorry. You guys dug your own grave.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. Yesterday on that other officer on Main Street.
Okay.
Go send him.
Okay. Okay. You got a second?
You're good. Coming up.
I'm okay, man. Thank you, though. So this is the accident exchange form. It has the case number. It also has both of your insurance information that's on there. Some of it looks like I haven't put it in, but it's redacted.
I understand.
So that,
I don't need his, yeah.
okay. So what you'll need to do, it sounds like you've already done it, contact your insurance company. That's what they'd be looking for. Cool. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Do you want to fill out a witness statement or anything, or does your son?
No, we're good. It's his fault.
Okay.
We didn't. That's why we waited for 30 minutes for them to get home.
Appreciate
We gave
that.
it to him. That's why we took care of it. I expected that someone might show up to just make a police report because sometimes the insurances want that. I just expected it. I didn't expect 2 officers. I didn't expect that approach.
I had a second officer following me up here.
It's unfortunate.
So, anyway, have a better day. See ya.
Now I'd like to share with you my extremely unpopular opinion about this situation. Now first off, I don't disagree at all with most of these comments on the original video posted by KSL News in Utah. The comments say things like, I don't know how this cop stayed so calm while dealing with this pompous, arrogant jerk. Another comment says he was the bully in high school who still hasn't grown up. What an arrogant ass. But here's my unpopular opinion, which I would bet you this councilman, the police, and everyone involved in this situation, as well as everyone watching, will probably disagree with me on. I don't think that government should get involved in anything or be involved in any situation unless there is absolutely positively no other way in the world to resolve the situation. I don't think the guy who called the police had any malicious intent at all. I think he's just like everybody else in society who's just been trained and brainwashed to believe that we must involve government in every situation. What we have here is a person, the councilman's son, damaged someone else's property. Intentional or unintentional, he owes restitution to make the person that he harmed whole. That's what giving the insurance information does. There's a lot of jurisdictions in the US where police won't even show up to non-injury accidents because even they've started to realize that in most minor car accident situations, it's completely unnecessary. Again, what has to happen is restitution needs to be made to the harmed individual. If that can be done without involving government, government should not be involved. Smithfield City, Utah has an incredibly low crime rate in comparison to the rest of the US. They also have very few cops per capita compared to other places, with only 1 officer per every 1,000 residents. Most places with a similar population have 2 to 3 times as many officers per capita. The fact that they have so few cops and still so little crime is a good sign to me that this community probably polices itself very well, without government involvement. I think rather than Americans constantly trying to pride themselves on how well their government operates or how well their police take care of them, it would be good to see Americans pride themselves on how well they can operate without their government, how well they can take care of each other without their police, how well they can work together as a community voluntarily rather than through the force of government.
So this is what I'm talking about. You know, they put the fear of God into you. You think you have to have these police officers to feel safe. That's a false feeling. That's a joke. You don't need that. Also, the councilman rolled through a stop sign and got a ticket. That's called revenue. I am totally 100% against revenue cops. They're supposed to enforce laws, but they're out there collecting revenue. And this councilman got the true feeling of what it feels like to get on the other end of the stick, and he didn't like it. And neither do we. And also, you could see where the officer was a little fearful for his job because he thinks he works for the council people, when truly he works for the people. But it kind of got twisted with this corporate council government crap. So now you could tell that if it was just an ordinary person doing what that councilman did, they'd be in handcuffs, face shoved in the dirt and in the back of the car, which is so unlawful, but it happens every day. And I think James Freeman hit it right on the nose that we can police ourselves until it gets to a point where it's just extremely a bad situation where we have to call somebody to help. And the way they're trained, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't ever call 911. I'm going to handle it myself because I know when they get there, it's over. It's already happened, and all they're gonna do is investigate, get all your information, get your statement. I mean, it's useless. You're paying a huge amount of tax money to these officers that are over. They got too many officers per capita in towns, so I think 1,000 per officer is probably the minimum. I would be more into 12 to 1,400 because I really don't think you need all these officers. Like that town there had a little over 5,000, and they were going to have 2 officers during the day and 2 at night. And then I can't remember what the 5th one was going to do, but whatever. But that's what my whole point is. And I brought it up to our council that we have too many, and they are not having it. They want more officers, which is going to cost taxpayers more money to get what? I mean, how much? Here's my question to all of you people. How much crime does these officers actually stop and prevent? Almost none, unless they're right up on it and all that. So basically, they're revenue investigators. And that's all, and you're paying all this money for this false protection that you think, oh, we got to have cops. What would we do without cops? You are so brainwashed into that thinking. I mean, how in the heck did they do it back in the day when they didn't have all these cops? How did they ever manage? Well, they kept putting the fear of God into you, and they kept saying, we need more, and this is why we're at where we're at. So, and like I said, the council, when I brought up our council, they wanted 10 more, which would put them, that's crazy. You don't need that many cops. All they're going to do is collect revenue, collect money from your pocket, and give it to the city. And I think that is just extortion to the max. Hey, let me know in the comments if you have different opinions or whatever, but in my book, government, like James said, causes more of a problem than anything. Don't ever call the cops unless you absolutely need them because it'll be a mess. And that's what I see. Just like a traffic ticket, when you get pulled over for not turning your signal on, you usually see 3 to 4 cop cars. Why? They never did that back in the day. It's ridiculous. Hey, subscribe. Love you guys. And have a great day.